Hello and welcome to the Backyard Machine Shop. Well, it's that time. Pulling the Pratt Whitney out and fixing to start taking it apart. So hold on, let me get going and shoot some more video of it. Welcome to the part one of the Pratt Whitney Lathe resurrection. The lathe is not in real bad shape, so we can call it a restoration if you will, but mainly we're going to make it look good. We're going to take it apart, clean it, check everything, polish what we can, and paint it and put it back together. If you've seen my first video when I brought it into the shop, you'll know a little bit about it. But anyways, it's a Pratt Whitney lathe, built somewhere between 1915 and 1920. Some of the features that's on this lathe show that it's probably a little later, 1920 or so. 16-inch, has a taper attachment, the cool little thread disengagement mechanism. And so it's time to get started. I've been itching to do this, so I came home from work today, pushed it over here, and we're going to start taking it apart. And I want to show you what we're doing. So here we go. Basically, we're going to start out by taking apart the top of the lathe, and we'll work our way from there. So we have a steady rest, and what I have my table sitting right here, and we'll just take and transfer all the parts over to the table as we go. So got the steady rest here. Let me get some wrenches. And I hadn't really tightened this thing down. Well, I did tighten it down when I was moving it. I didn't want it to move around on me. Okay, so we're going to just set it out the way. I'll get some rags of me. Tailstock, unlock it, get a good grip on it. Okay. Let's take the chuck off. All right, let's see what we got here. 3/4, I think. Hey guys, I'm kind of just checking out the condition of everything. I kind of wanted to show you guys how good a shape. I don't know if you can see it on camera. You can see all the scraping in the bottom of the lathe and on the top here. Looks really good. Hey guys, I got some little baggies, and got to put the parts in. Need to sharpen. Alright, we're gonna write down the part numbers on the or the parts on the sharpen. So these are compound nuts. Alright. We'll put them in this box right here. Everything stay where it belongs. Alright, so we've got this spindle. Alright, so we've got the spindle and the tailstock, steady rest, the chuck, compound off, and I guess next will be, let's see how this comes off. Well, let's see if we can get these peanuts out of here. Okay, so you got to take this cover off before they come off. So let me get a screwdriver. Alright guys, we're taking the yeah, I figured this was going to happen. Everything is regular screwdriver, flat screwdriver, so take these two off. I mean, this thing's been put together nearly 100 years. I doubt it's ever been taken apart. Alright, so it's right on here. Saddle. Cover. Okay. In the box. These come off now. Alright, let's take these two screws out. There you go. Tighten this down. Compound with a cover. All right, so these two screws is what went to the nut. Okay, so now let's see. This. Take this off. Need a dime bag on this one. All right, so what we got here, we got the, we've taken off the compound, we've taken off the cross slide, we've taken the nuts out, we've taken the screws out, and now we're going to move around to the back of the lathe and start taking some of that apart. Now, this mechanism here, I've been asked by a few people what this does. Well, if you'll look down here, this is your feed rod, and it will shift your feed rod in and out, okay? Now, how does that work and why is it there? I don't know. So if somebody knows, please let me know. All right, so we're going to move around to the back of the lathe and we're going to remove this and we're going to remove the taper attachment and go from there. Okay guys, here we are at the back of the lathe. Now, you can see how this works. It just slides in and out of here, okay? And there's a lever that goes through and it shifts the feed rod in and out. Again, there's holes all through here. This is a wooden piece, and so I really don't know what purpose it serves unless somehow you use it for a stop. So if anybody, like again, if anybody knows, please let me know. All right. I gotta find my screwdriver. Okay, guys. So one of the things about taking off this old equipment is always wondering what the original color was. So take things off, and as we take things off, we start finding little secrets. So, well, I just found a little secret right here. I have to bring you on to see that. Hold on. All right. So when I was doing this, I was assuming all this was one casting. But you come in here and you look, there is a dovetail right across here. Check that out. Now, never seen one like that before. Excuse me. It's got a number 10 stamped in it, but this dovetail is actually removable from the apron. It's got a little set screw on this side, and that's about it. Now, I've never noticed that before. I've never seen a lathe with that before. We'll have to get into that and study that a little more when we get into it. There's the screws for it. Got to give just like the compound does, or the cross feed does. There's a screw. So there's a give in here, just like the lathe, but just like the cross feed. So you never know what you dig up on all these old machines. So let's get back at it. I'm going to leave this in there until later, but we're going to take this off, and we're going to start, but we're going to take off. I think I'm just going to take this whole bracket off. Had to break out the monster screwdrivers for this thing. And what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to get this loose enough to where I can shift. I don't want that stress on that piece down there if I can help it. So we might need to take it off first. Let me look at how it's put together. It's got a roll pin or something in it. Hold on one second. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try to tap on this pin. There we go. Let me get my drift. All right, so we got the pin out. Let me pick the pin up. And now this should come off. There we go. We move this off. Okay. All right, let's take this off. Well, let's keep that assembled. Take it off like I started taking it off. They sure don't make bolts like they used to. So, hope you can hear me. I got the mic off of me. I'm always pulling it off, so I just take it off and leave it off. All right, so that just works in it's got an adjustment there, so let's give it some baggies. Move in there. Let's put a roll pin in here with it, and we need to label it. Okay, so we got that one off. So taper attachment. It looks like it's pretty straightforward. Well, let's take it all off together. Yeah, it's got studs, that's good. Take off the 2 handles. Kind of support it. Go. Stick them back in there. Alright, I'm screwing the handles back on where we'll keep it all together until I get ready to actually redo the tickler part. Alright. Rag. The most modern thing on this lathe is the starter. I doubt it was factory. There we go. Ooh, sticks. Well, neither one of the resets was tripped, so maybe the motor's good. So we got a AB start stop station. That's probably from the 60s or 70s. Oh, they got it all 4 places. They don't hang it like most people. Alright, let's put it over here out of the way. Alright, so let's look at this handle. And it's got a pin. It's coming through right here. Okay, on the shaft. And then this side is beat up really bad. So I'm hoping. Let's do the brass punch and my brass hammer. And okay. Yeah, that looks like that might be a problem. Okay, so we're going to take some more stuff apart until we can get a better look at that. Alright, so next, we need another pin. We got a, some kind of a, this is a drive for the relieving attachment. And we'll start working on getting it apart. We've got a couple of covers here for the back gear. Let's see, kind of hooks around there, one up here. All right, come right off. Alright, so what I got here is I got a piece of wood. I'm bad about laying everything on my legs, so I'm gonna cover them up. How about that? Got that. Another little bag here. We need a mark. Let's see, let's mark it. Back gear cover. Come around on this side. Well, I guess that's not really the back gear cover, that's the, I don't know, we'll see. I think it is the bull gear or the back gear. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, that drives the back gear. I see what it does. Alright, I'll put that bag in there before I put the other two bolts in. Alright, so now we should be able to lift off the cover. Alright. So what that does is when you pull it in the back gear, you disengage your spindle, and then your back gear drives your lathe at really slow speeds. Okay? So disengage. Then you come around, find your lock. There we go. There we go. Now we're back into normal operation. Well, some of the noise you hear, and I got a fan on in the back of the shop. This is way too hot out here. Okay. More back here, cover screw. I should set back gear covers. All these little castings are awesome. I mean, you think about how much work had to go into building all these little castings. you couldn't afford to build it.